So I really got inspired by the Mocha Mousse Pantone color of the year 2025. And you must have noticed a lot of YouTubers, a lot of influencers, a lot of makeup artists are doing this Mocha Mousse inspired makeup look. So I thought of jumping onto this vibe and creating my own version of it. This is something that is going to be easy. You don't need too many products for this. The highlight of this makeup look is this bronzing drops that I'm going to use for the first time. I'm just testing it out, and I got this in the shade Copper Gold. So elf recently, not recently, but in India it's a new launch. They launched their bronzing drops, and which is a very close comparable dupe for the Drunk Elephant bronzing drops. And this is a very affordable version of that. So I'm going to try it out and see how I like it on my skin. I am an NC25, and I picked up the color Copper Gold, and I'll see how it works. And the entire, all the makeup that I'm using today is all drugstore. So I'm not using any high-end luxury products specifically for today, because I want to make this look something that everyone can do. You don't have to focus on the products. Just look at the way I'm using my product step by step. Okay, so starting off with a good quality skin tint, something that you're comfortable using, something that hydrates your skin, that gives you the coverage that you want, something that is going to give you a good base to move ahead in your makeup. So one that I'm using here today is by Love Child Masaba, and it is called Skip Everything Skin Tint, and I'm in the color Moody Mama. It also has a brush on the other end, but I'm not using that brush. I'm using my own brush. So what I'm going to do is, I have already primed my skin, by the way. Don't skip moisturizing your skin, priming your skin well with a good moisturizer and sunscreen, okay, because that is going to give you that moisturized base for all your other products to beautifully glide on. So I'm just using this skin tint, and I'm using this brush by Pack Cosmetics, and it is a very good quality uh, brush which is angled at the top, and you can use it for your bronzer, for your blush, and all of that. It is a multi-use brush. So this tint gives a pretty good coverage, and I don't intend to use any foundation today. Just going to spot conceal wherever I need concealing. This also blends out very easily, so for beginners this is a very good skin tint. Doesn't need too much effort to blend it out. If you have used a moisturizer underneath, if you're not using a moisturizer underneath, then it could be a little drying. Any product would be drying if you're not, layering it over a good moisturized, hydrated skin. So that is my number one tip. If you want your makeup to look flawless, you need to start with a nicely moisturized, hydrated skin. So now that my skin tint is on, I'm going to let this sit for some time and move on to my brows, okay? So I'm using this brush by e.l.f. Cosmetics. It is not a brush, but it is a spoolie on one side and a spatula on the other side. So what you need to do is, pick up this gel, and this gel is called Brow Lift. I'm going to pick up a little amount of gel, like so. I hope you can see this. Very tiny amount. And just lay it on my brows. and press the product in. So you get a very laminated look to your brows. It looks very neat. I really like this look, and it gives you that wet look to your brows. Okay. Same process, taking a bead size amount, not too much, and laying it on my brows, kind of manipulating my brow hair as how I want them to stand. This takes a while to dry, but once it's dry, your brow hair are not going to budge anywhere. It is going to stay laminated like this all day long. So you can see a lot of sparse hair right now, but once they dry, I'm going to go with a brow cream, a brow pomade or a brow cream, and fill up the sparse areas by drawing, hair-like strokes wherever I need it. So let this sit, let this dry, and I'm going to move on to my concealer at this time. So the trick is to give your makeup to sit and set whenever you can, and very strategically move on to your next steps. Like, I gave the skin tint a little bit time for it to settle down, and by the time it's settling, I moved to my brows. But now I need my brows that I need to give my brows that settling time, and now is the time that I can move on to my concealer. All right, so you need to be constantly judging where you need to give it time and what can you do next in order to make the most of your time. So I'm using a color that is closest to my skin tone and just using spot correcting wherever I need any kind of correction, color correction. Not color correction, but hiding any kind of pigmentation that the skin tint didn't do. All right, so just a little here around the mouth and some acne marks here. Okay, I'm not going for a very heavy look, keeping it natural as much as I can. And by the time this is sitting in, I'm going to go back to my brows and fill up the sparse hair. Okay, so I'm going to take a very tiny amount of brow cream. This is the one by ELF. So ELF has both these brow products, which is the gel and as well as the brow pomade or the brow cream. So I'm just gently going to draw hair-like strokes wherever I need to. Please ignore the sound in the background. There is some construction work that is going on and I can't help it. It's going on in my neighborhood and I just have to bear with that sound. It's gone, thank God. If you feel that it is going clumpy, you can go back to the spoolie and just spread that cream out like that. And again start filling your brows with the cream. Doing my brows is a very important step in my makeup because I have a big face and my brows do more than you think. You know, it just sets your face. It's like a frame for your face. So if you have a big forehead too or a big face, then doing your brows first will give you a very clear picture of what else do you need to do and not look overdone. If you like minimal makeup, then this tip is going to help you. Do your brows first, and the rest of the steps you will automatically know how much color to add, what to do, and what to avoid. Okay, so now in this makeup look, my overall color palette is going to be very, very subtle. So I'm making my brows stand up. I'm not even using a kohl today for this makeup look, and that's why I'm making my brows a little more stark so that I don't look washed out. Okay, so just taking a small amount and doing hair like strokes wherever you have sparse hair in your brows, filling it in. Like so. So my brows are done, and I'm going to move back to my concealer and taking the same brush, just tapping it wherever I've placed the product. You don't want to move it around, just tap it lightly wherever you need the coverage. And your spots are taken care of. See, it just vanishes into the skin. So that's the trick. When you let your concealer sit for some time, dry a little bit, it is very, very easy for you to blend it out without too much of rubbing and pulling and tugging, and you get the maximum coverage out of it. Now that my concealer is on, I am going to use the bronzer. And for the bronzer, what I'm going to do is just give this a shake. Take a little bit on my hand, on the back of my hand, this much amount. And just load my brush with it. And deposit it on the periphery of my skin, of my face. And you can see how beautifully and naturally it gives a nice glaze to your skin. I think I need a little more. You can absolutely build it up. Doing a little on the sides of my nose too. And it's giving a very beautiful bronzy glow to my skin without looking patchy at all. Can you see the difference? Look at this side and this side. This side looks more defined, right? Lovely. I am a big fan of bronzers because they just make you look so expensive. It's like it gives you that classy, expensive, sophisticated look without much effort. Doing this side now. I just love how it looks. Don't forget your ears, because when you're naturally tanned, your ears are tanned too. So make sure you cover that too. And you will look naturally sun-kissed and beautiful. Now that we are done with the bronzer, it's time for some blush. And I'm just going to the same brush, just cleaning it up, rub it vigorously onto a clean tissue, and all the pigment is off the brush. So today I'm going to use this blush by e.l.f. again, and this is the Camo liquid blush, and it is in the color Coral Crush. Okay, so I'm using this. It's very, very, very pigmented, so make sure that you use a very, very tiny amount and be mindful of how much you're using. Just look at how much I used and the color that it is giving me. Absolutely insane, right? The tiniest amount blends out beautifully, and this color is a must-have color for all brown skin girls. It is going to suit everyone but look absolutely amazing on brown skin girls. I would also take a little on my nose, chin, and a little on my forehead. Just a touch. Hope you can see the color. Let me adjust. Yeah, I think now it's better. You can see it a little more. For some reason, such colors are very, very difficult to catch on the camera. While when I'm looking at myself, the color looks a lot, but when I'm looking at myself in the camera, it's looking so washed out. So I'm just adding a little more just to show you. Yeah, I think now you can see this. Gorgeous. Now that I have this, I feel like I need to add a little more brightness under my eyes, just a tad bit. So I'm using a lighter color of the same concealer and just dotting it here and here and a little here. And maybe the chin a little. Let that sit, and by the time this is sitting on my skin, I'm going to move to my lips and line my lips. So I'm using this pencil by Mars Cosmetics, and it is called Edge of Desire, and the color name is Brown Mocha. I'm just lightly overlining my lips. And now I'm going to blend out my concealer. Just tap it. Just tap it 2-3 times and it's gone. So that's how the face is looking at this point in time. I really like how things are turning out. And let's move on to the eyes. If you are a brown skin Indian skin tone and you're naturally blessed with pigmented eyelids, then you don't need to do much for this Mocha Mousse look. I'm using a brown pencil and just doing a very rough line on my entire eye lash line. Okay, so I'm just doing a thick rough line like that, and I'm using the Simply Nams Kajal pencil. It has a smudger at the back of the pencil and it comes very handy if you want to, smudge out your liner. And with that smudger at the end, I'm just smudging it out gently so that I can pull out a wing. Nothing too dramatic, but to give an illusion of an elongated eye. It's very easy. Anyone can do this. You don't need any makeup skills to do this. And see how beautiful that looks. If you want, you can take a little under your lower lash line and blend it off. Like so. See how beautiful your eyes look smoked out without much effort. Doing the same on the other eye. Let me move a little closer so that you can see it. So I'm drawing a thick rough line and taking the other side of this pencil which has the blender. You can use a Q-tip if you don't have any brushes or you don't have a smudger. You can use a Q-tip as well, that works too. And just smudge it off so that it naturally blends into your natural eyelid color. Pull out a wing with that smudgy end, and that's it. Finishing off with the lower lash line a little and smudging that too. So that's such an easy way to do your eyes when you don't know what to do, right? Curl your lashes. Use your favorite mascara just to finish off the look. And last, after the mascara, I'm going to show you what lipstick I'm going to use today. Doing the mascara, this is the Panorama Mascara by L'Oreal, and towards the corner of your lashes, just with the tip of the spoolie, just push it towards the side so that you get a flared look for your lashes. You just do that. Push it towards the side so that your lashes look flared, like you're wearing false lashes. And towards the center of your lashes, just push them up. Wiggle it so that you separate the lashes. This wiggling motion will separate all your lashes. And you can see how dramatic that looks, right? Doing the same for the other eye. Also do your lower lashes. And for the lipstick, I'm going to use this lipstick by Huda Beauty, and it is in the color Anniversary. It is really in a bad condition, but I love this color so much that I just can't get rid of this. This is a very, very beautiful moussey brown toned lipstick, and I'm just going to pick it up with a brush. And paint my lips with this. If you feel a little more liner is required at this point in time, like I feel, I'm going to go back to my lip pencil and define it a little more. If you feel you want to make it a little more long wearing, you can blot, and done. So this is your finished makeup look, and this is my version of the Mocha Mousse makeup look, which is going to be a big trend this year 2025. I hope you found this video helpful, and if you did, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to my channel for more such easy tutorials, and level up your makeup game. And I will see you soon in my next one. Till then, take care. Bye bye.